Hello everyone and welcome to Nisa School of Mastery. So quickly let us review our questions from the previous class. Alright, so number one, which of the following elements has a completely filled outer shell? So that's neon. Neon has a completely filled outer shell. Neon has 10 electrons, 2 on the first shell and 8 on the second shell. And your second shell can take 8 in total. So that's neon. The other ones are not completely filled. Number two, the electronic configuration 2881 represents as potassium. Potassium has 19 electrons. So that's 2881. All right. The modern periodic table is arranged in order of increasing atomic number. That's C. So as the atomic number is increasing, that's how it is arranged. From hydrogen to helium to lithium to beryllium to boron, like that. Number four, an element with electronic configuration 287 belongs to, alright, so that's group 7, although it could be group 17, depending on which context we are, alright. So if you pick 7, you are correct. If it's 17, you're also correct. So for the beginners level, it is 7, but for the advanced level, it is 17. Number 5, which of the following elements belong to period 2? Alright, so what does period mean? That means it has 2 shells, right? So that's carbon. Carbon has 2 shells. The electronic configuration of carbon is what? 2, 4. 2 on the first shell and 4 on the second shell. The remaining elements, they has 3 shells. Sodium 281, magnesium 282, potassium 2881, 4 shells. So only carbon 2, 4 has 2 shells. Number 6, an atom is chemically stable when its C, its outermost shell is completely filled. That's C, is completely filled. Number 7, the electronic configuration of calcium is that's 2882. So okay. Elements in the same group of the periodic table have the same C, that's valence electrons. What does valence electron means? Valence electron means the number of electrons on the outermost shell. So that's C. Number 9, the element potassium belongs to period 4, group 1, that's B. Alright, configuration of potassium is 2881. It has 4 shells, so that's period 4. And it has 1 electron on the outermost shell, that's group 1, B. Number 10, the electronic configuration of an element is determined mainly by its atomic number. That's how you know the electronic configuration, atomic number. Because the atomic number is the number of protons and its number of what? Number of electrons. So atomic number. Number 11, an element with atomic number 11 belongs to. So if an element has atomic number 11, that means it will have 11 protons. It will also have 11 electrons. So that means you have 11 electrons. So how will the electrons arrange themselves? 2 on the first shell, 8 on the second shell, and 1 on the last shell. So that's group 1 because it has 1 on the last shell. 12. The number of electrons in the outermost shell of aluminium is, so aluminium has an atomic number of 13. So it will have 13 proton and 13 electrons. Alright, so the electrons, how will they arrange themselves? 2 on the first shell, 8 on the second shell, and 3 on the third shell. So it's saying the number of electrons in the outermost shell will be what? Will be 3. That's C. Which element is filled last in the atom of chlorine? So the atomic number of chlorine is 17. So it will have 17 electrons. So 2 on the first shell, 8 on the second shell, and 7 on the last shell. So it has 3 shells. The first shell is K, second shell is L, third shell is M. So that's C, M. 14. Elements in the same period of the periodic table have the same number of shells. Period. That's what? Same number of shells. The electronic configuration 282 corresponds to magnesium. That's magnesium. Magnesium has atomic number of 12. So 12 electrons. 282. 16. The element with the atomic number 17. That's chlorine. That's chlorine. 17. Which of the following elements has 2 valence electrons? So what are valence electrons? Remember, I said these are the electrons in the outermost shell. All right, so that's magnesium. Magnesium has 2 electrons in the outermost shell. 282. Is that okay? 18. The vertical columns in the periodic table are called, groups B. Those are groups, the vertical columns. Okay. 19. The horizontal rows in the periodic table are known as, those are periods, D. The horizontal rows are called what? Periods. Good. Why do the elements in the same group show similar chemical properties? All right, that's C, because they have same number of valence electrons. They have the same number of electrons in their outermost shell. Is that okay? So 21. The elements with electronic configuration 2882 belongs to group 2 because it has 2 electrons in its outermost shell. So it belongs to group 2. Which of the following elements is in period 3? Neon? No. Neon has 2 shells. Sodium 281. Yeah, sodium has 3 shells. So that's sodium, B. It's not potassium. Potassium has 4 shells. And calcium has 4 shells. So only sodium has 3 shells. So it's in period 3. 23. Which shell determines the chemical properties of an element? That's the outermost shell, C. That's the what? The outermost shell. That's the shell that determines the chemical properties of an atom. 24. The number of valence electrons in group 1 elements is 1. That's why they're in group 1 in the first place, because they have 1 electron in their outermost shell. 25. Which element belongs to period 4 and group 1? That's potassium. We've done it earlier. Period 4 and group 1. 2881. 4 shells and 1 valence electron. And 26. The maximum number of electrons that can occupy the L shell. So what's the L shell? That's the second shell, right? The first shell is K. L, that's the second shell. So the second shell can occupy 8 electrons. Is that okay? All right. So I believe you've learned 1 or 2 here. Don't forget to like this video, comment, and subscribe to this page. All right. So see you next time.